Good morning, class. Today is the second class of loss of profit insurance claim. In that case, total of this is the 10th class of insurance claim. Previous was the 9th and today is the 10th. So, on that basis, today I will try to solve the problem regarding whatever I have been given you in your PDF. If you go through it, it will make you clear that it is illustration number 5 in your book or in the PDF. What it says that from the following particulars, prepare a claim for loss of profit under the consequently loss policy. You have to prepare a claim of loss of profit under this. Date of fire took place on June 30th, 2014. Period of indemnity is 6 months. Sum insured is 40,000. Turnover for the period ended on 30th June 14 is 2 lakh. Net profit for the accounting year ending on March 31st, 2014 is 12,500. Standing charges for the accounting year ending March 31st, 2014 is 28,500. Turnover for the year ended on 31st March 2014 is 1,98,000, and turnover for the indemnity period from 1st of July 14 to 31st of March 14 it's 56,000, and turnover for the period 1st of July to 31st of December 2013 previous year is 1,10,000. The turnover for the year 14-15 had shown a tendency of increase of 10% over the turnover of the preceding year. Means the turnover has been showing a trend of increasing of the preceding year's turnover. Means coming period turnover will be 10% more than the previous year's turnover. I hope the sum is you are getting that sum. Now you have to calculate loss on stock of policy. For that you have to go through the steps which I have discussed in my previous class. So that steps is basically talk about how you have to do the sum. Right? Now I will start with doing the sum. This is solution to number 5 of the problem. First is calculation of GP rate, right? Calculation of GP rate. You can do it in your workings. This is maybe working number 1. You can write that. You can do it like that also. Working number 1 is calculation of GP rate. How you calculate? Net profit of 13-14 has been given for 2013-14 has been given 12,500, right? 12,500. Okay. As standing charges has been given, I am assuming that it is the standing charges of the total period. Insured standing charges, right? I am assuming it is insured. It is given only the standing charges. I am assuming it as an insured. So you have to add insured standing charges. If there is insured standing charges, you have to add with the net profit to get the insured gross profit, which is 28,500. If you add this, 41,000 is your insured gross profit, insured GP, right? This is working 1. Now as therefore sales has been given, sales for 13-14 has been given in the sum, which is turnover, which is given 1,98,000 for the year ended 31st March 14. Its amount is given 1,98,000, right? The sales figure has been given. Now you can calculate the rate of GP, right? Rate of GP you can calculate. What is the formula? What is the formula? As I have discussed, rate of GP, net profit plus insured standing charges divided by sales into 100, as insured GP has been given, which is 41,000, by sales means 41,000 divided by sales means 1,98,000 into 100. You can calculate the GP percentage, which is approximately 20.71%. It is approx, okay? Approximately, because it is continuing on that basis. Approximately it is 20.71%. Next step will be calculation of short sales. I am doing it working note number 2, which is calculation of short sales. How you can calculate the short sales? We know that short sales can be calculated standard turnover minus actual turnover, right? So over here, if there is any trend of increasing in the turnover, you have to add that trend value. Otherwise, everything will be the same. As standard turnover has been given, what is the amount of standard turnover? Means obviously from 1st of July 2013 to 31st of March to 31st of December 2013. You have to make that clear, because 1 year prior to the previous year, I have given the note. You have to keep that thing in your mind, that standard turnover means the turnover of the previous year corresponding to the period of indemnity. After the indemnity period, whatever the turnover is, that is the standard turnover, which is given to 31st December 13. The amount has been given 1,10,000. As we have seen, in the coming year, there has been an increasing trend of 10%. So we have to increase in trend at the rate 10%. So what is the amount? 1,10,000 into 10%. So it is 11,000. So it is 1,21,000 less the actual turnover, which is this period turnover. Actual turnover, which is this period turnover, means 1/7/14 to 31/12/14, which is given 56,000. And you can calculate short sales as 65,000. This is basically the short sales, right? This is basically the short sales. Now, working note 3 is basically GP lost on short sales, right? GP lost on short sales, right? What is the formula? Short sales into rate of GP. Short sales into rate of GP. So here short sales is rupees 65,000 and rate of GP is 20.71%. So the amount is coming 13,462. This is approx also. Something is coming. So I am taking it as an approx 13,462. See, in this sum there is no admissible additional expenses has been provided, so we can easily bypass step number 4, whichever I have explained in my previous lecture, where I have discussed the steps. And also over here, gross claim can be calculated. GP lost on short sales plus admissible expenses minus savings, if there is the option, then we can calculate it there. Otherwise, we have to directly go through whether average clause is applicable or not. See, over here we need to calculate the applicability of average clause, right? So Working note number 4 is applicability of average clause. And applicability of average clause. How you can calculate that? You can calculate insurable value is equal to adjusted annual turnover into GP rate, or whatever I have explained that adjusted annual turnover into GP rate. You know that insurable value, you need to calculate that insurable value is equal to adjusted annual turnover into GP rate. Adjusted annual turnover is given in the sum, which is turnover for the year ended 36/2014, because on that period, because indemnity period is 6 months, and that is the turnover you calculated on 30th June 2014, which is 2 lakh. So rupees 2 lakh into GP rate is 20.71%. So if you calculated it, it is coming 45,562. Okay. Policy value has been given in the sum, which is the sum insured. Sum insured is the policy value. You have to recognize that policy value is basically the sum insured, which is given in the sum 40,000, which is given in the sum 40,000, right? So as I have explained that whether average clause is applicable or not, if it is under insurance, then obviously applicable. If it is over, then not applicable. Here you see that policy value is lesser than the insurable value. So P is lesser than, PV is lesser than IV. So obviously average clause is applicable. Here policy value is lesser than insurable value. So under insurance, and hence average clause is applicable. Under insurance, and hence average clause is applicable. Right? So now we have to do the statement of claim. So this is basically the workings you need to do first, then we should move forward of statement of claim. I am rubbing that from the initial part. I hope you have done with the initials. Statement of claim for loss of profit. Okay, obviously particulars, amount rupees, GP lost on short sales, you have to calculate that. GP lost on short sales, from where you are calculating? Working note 3, right? I am mentioning that working note 3. What is the amount? 13,462. 13,462. Is there any admissible expenses? If admissible expenses are there, then we should add. Otherwise, we cannot add. Nil. No admissible expenses. So the amount remains the same. See if there is any savings. Obviously, if there are any savings, we have to deduct that. Savings in standing charges. Savings in standing charges, there is no savings. So basically 13,462 is your gross claim. This is your gross claim. Okay. Now how you can calculate the net claim? Net claim is equal to gross claim into policy value by insurable value. Gross claim is 13,462 into policy value is given in the sum 40,000 and insurable value you just calculated 45,562. If you calculate this, it's 11,819 is your net claim. It's 11,819 is your net claim. You need to calculate like that while getting the answer. So this is one type of sum in loss of profit. I hope you should go through this sum and you will understand this type of sum. I will be doing another sum in my next class, and that will be the end of the chapter of insurance claim. Thank you for patient hearing for this class. Have a nice day ahead. Thank you very much.